Have you guys seen that viral soup dumpling lasagna? Well, I decided to give it a try and put my own twist on it. And oh my god, I'm so glad I made this. This is going to be a staple in my household. First, you want to start off by peeling some ginger. At this point, I normally would mince it by hand. But today, I'm going to make my life a little easier. I'm going to use a food processor. I'm going to add my ginger, my peeled garlic, and my peeled, roughly chopped carrots. I did make a huge batch of the meat filling because after this meal, I'm going to portion it out and freeze it because next time I'm craving it, it'll be much easier for me to put together. I'm not a huge fan of ground pork, so I chose to use my ground chicken instead. But that's up to you. In a big bowl, you're going to add your ground chicken and your minced up carrots, ginger, and garlic. Instead of using a full piece of napa cabbage to put in the layers of the lasagna, I decided I wanted to mince it up also, because I rather have it in every bite when I'm eating the lasagna. But it's your choice. You could do it either way. If you're going to do it my way, then you're going to add it to the meat mixture. Now let's chop up some green onions. I love sharing this hack. If you cut the ends off a green onion and you put it in a small bowl or a ramekin and you add a little water, in a couple days, they'll start sprouting. Then you transplant them into some dirt and bam, you have green onions all over again. And I don't know what's going on lately, but green onions are super expensive. Now let's season our meat mixture. You're going to add sesame oil, mirin, and soy sauce. You're going to add some chicken broth, white pepper, and sea salt. You're going to put gloves on and you're going to mix everything completely by hand. Make sure everything mixes well. Now let's make some lasagna. You want to wet your dumpling skin? I just use my chicken broth, or you can use water. We're going to do layers. You're going to do the first layer of dumpling skin. Now let's do the meat mixture, and you want to smooth it out. Another layer of dumpling skin. I did kind of a weird shaped baking dish, so I had to cut my dumpling skin. Hopefully you have a better dish than mine and don't have the same problem as me. Now this is going to be your last layer of meat filling. Make sure everything's smooth. Since this is the last layer, you want to make sure your dumpling skin is completely covering the meat mixture on top. Then you're going to add your chicken broth, as much as you can fill in there. Now let's get to steaming. I have a steaming rack, but if you don't, that's not a problem. You just want to put 2 inches of water in your pot and make sure your baking dish isn't submerged under the water. You're going to steam it for about 20 minutes with the lid on. And voila, there's my version of the soup dumpling lasagna. Full recipe below.